Alright, so we're going to be talking about how to write a perfect paragraph, and these are the paragraphs that are going to be the foundation for your body paragraphs when you write longer essays. Not every single paragraph you're going to write in life or for every essay or story is going to be like this, but this is our foundational structure that we're going to use, like I said, for our essays. The first things you need to know are what a topic sentence is, and then general statements and supporting sentences. A topic sentence is just a sentence at the beginning of the paragraph, or in this case at the beginning of a paragraph, that lets us know the topic or main idea of that paragraph. Our perfect paragraphs will also have general statements, and these are going to give not too specific, but some reasons that go along with that main idea or that topic sentence, and we follow the rule of three. So in this perfect paragraph, we're going to have three general statements, three good reasons that go along with that topic sentence. And you also have supporting sentences. These are additional sentences that give more support, more details, and they enhance each of the general statements. They add more to it. So let's take a look at some examples of these. Here's our first paragraph, and our topic for each of these is going to be your favorite subject in school, and obviously it's going to be English. Our first paragraph says, "My favorite subject in school is English. I like to read interesting and exciting literature. I also enjoy writing papers. Most of all, I like debates and discussions we are able to have about the things we are studying. There is no class that compares to English." Okay, so we see this paragraph does have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and I've highlighted the beginning in yellow. My favorite subject in school is English. That's our topic sentence, so it lets us know this whole paragraph should be about my favorite subject in school being English. Then we have sentences about liking to read literature, writing papers, and debates and discussions. These are what would be classified as general statements. We don't know much about the literature, writing papers, we don't know why they like these things, so they're pretty general, but there's three of them here, which is a good start. We also have a sentence at the end that closes it all out and tries to sum it up and gives it an oomph and ending to it. So this is a start here, but it's not very good because it's missing that support. And you're going to see when we look at the next one, the support really adds a lot. So let's look at a little revision of this. Alright, I still have the same things highlighted, but you can see there's a lot of support added in. Now it says, "My favorite subject in school is English." We still have the same topic sentence. "I like to read interesting and exciting literature." Okay, that was our first general statement, but now we've added two sentences of support, and that's what we're going to follow for our paragraph recipe here. Is for each general statement, you should have two sentences of support following it. In this case, in school, read everything from Greek mythology to Shakespeare to modern classics like Lord of the Flies. The nonfiction works like Night in Hiroshima pack an emotional punch and give life to historical events that just doesn't happen with a history textbook. These aren't just fluff sentences. These give a lot of specific information about why I like to read interesting and exciting literature and why that's a reason English is my favorite subject. After that, we move to the next general statement. "I enjoy writing papers." Okay, that's good, but we need to know why in order to make this a really solid paragraph. So my supporting sentences do that. They say, "I know it may sound dorky, but I really feel like essay writing is a challenge to find the best words to describe an idea. I love the feeling I get seeing an A on top of the paper after I worked really hard at revising it over and over again." So we have two sentences here that are letting kind of the personality of the writer show through that really explain why they enjoy writing papers. And then we move on to our final general statement. "I enjoy English class because of the debates and discussions we are able to have about the things we are studying." And then we have two sentences, again, two supporting sentences that are going to explain what it is about debates and discussions that this person enjoys. In this case, more often than not, there is more than one right answer to ideas we're discussing, so it's enjoyable sharing my thoughts with my classmates and hearing different perspectives on the topic. The debates can get really spirited, and to be honest, I just like to argue. So two good reasons here, or two good sentences that explain why debates and discussions make English my favorite subject in school. And then again, that sentence at the end that wraps things up. There's no class that compares to English when it comes to putting all these things together. So this is pretty good. It's got this sentence structure here that we like. It's got a beginning with the topic sentences. It has three general statements with two supporting sentences for each of those general statements, and an ending to it, a conclusion to it as well. We're not quite done yet though. It's pretty good, but if you read it straight through, it's a little bit clunky. You want to make it really clear and smooth and fluent for your readers. So what we're missing here is transitions. Typically your transitions are going to go at the beginning of every general statement. So before I like to read interesting and exciting literature, before I enjoy writing papers, before I enjoy English class because of the debates, etc. And really you want one before the ending as well. So let's look at another example that has those in. Alright, we still have the same topic sentence, and I won't go through and read the whole thing, but you can see that it's a lot more smooth. My favorite subject in school is English. One reason for this is because I like to read interesting and exciting literature. Another element of English class that I enjoy is writing papers, but the biggest reason I enjoy English class is the debates and discussions. Although some of these elements are present in other courses, there's no class that compares to English. So all these things highlighted in blue are examples of transitions, and they really tie it all together and make it read very smoothly. It's also very clear where those general statements are. So you've kind of given your reader a little bit of a roadmap here, signpost, so they know exactly what your reasons are for preferring English as your favorite subject in school. So to recap here, you make sure that you have a topic sentence at the beginning of your perfect paragraph. You have 3 general statements. Each general statement should start with a transition. They can be as simple as first, second, and third, but you can also get a lot more creative with them as well, as long as we know that we're transitioning from one to the next. After each general statement, you should have 2 sentences of support, and at the very end, you want a sentence that wraps it all up, a clincher, a conclusion at the very end of it. So if we count that up, that should be 11 sentences. So our perfect paragraph and our perfect paragraph recipe has 11 sentences to it. If you write, or if your assignment is to write a perfect paragraph later on, and you count up your sentences and there aren't 11, there is a problem. You'll need to go back and see what it is that you missed. Another visual way to look at this here, rather than just sentences, here's a graph that shows it. You have your topic sentence at the top. You have 3 reasons of support, and you have 2 sentences of support for each of your general statements. So it's another graphic way to look at it. And then make sure those transitions go before each of these.